Hey, it's a mid-minute with Donald Bernard, former San Gabriel coach. We're doing this because of technical difficulties here at the mid, meaning that someone besides Dwayne was sitting behind the boards there. But we're with Donald, and this is Donald's farewell. Donald's on his way to the Big Easy.
Yep, on my way to Louisiana.
And you're giving up your spot coaching with SG this year, and basically making a big move down there to do some work.
I am. I'm going to be contracted working with BP. Doing some work out there with the oil cleanup and just making some hard-earned money. 7 days a week, 14-hour days. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to miss coaching.
And hey, Coach, this is going to be different for you. I mean, the first time in, 13, 14 years you haven't been coaching football. How are you going to deal with that part of it, and how much are you going to miss that?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard. This would have been my 15th year coaching, 13 at San Gabriel. I'm gonna try to stay in touch. Obviously log on to the Mid Valley and put in a lot of phone calls, and it's gonna be difficult. But there is, I guess I'll catch some Saints games or do something out there. But it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, in fact, you were even telling us before that Coach Sanchez was saying, "Hey, Coach, I need your playbook," and you were saying, "No, I can't give up my playbook because I got to read that." Yeah. So what you did is you ended up making a copy or something.
I did because I still eventually this is my game. So, when I'm done with doing what I got to do, taking care of stuff for the family, I'm going to eventually get back into coaching somewhere. So I still want to stay in touch with the game. So, Randy, you can't have your playbook.
Now, how much has coaching meant to you over these years, and what kind of memories stand out for you?
Coaching's been everything. It's taught me a lot. I've grown through it from being just a young coach who wanted to hang out with the guys to kind of, setting myself aside and realizing, that I got to be more of a role model and more. So I've grown through the game, had some great teachers, Coach Jones, even Coach Oliva, we've all learned a lot from each other. And, the memories, obviously the 03 team was great. The times we had with those guys, but as well as just kids throughout the years and seeing them come back, and now, being police officers, serving in the military, law school, all that stuff. It just means a lot to me to see, these kids do those things.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 03 team, and we could probably talk about that for an hour, and this is supposed to be a mid-minute, but that year, especially the 2003, a lot of kids on that team, and you do see them coming back. I saw a lot of those kids over at the San Gabriel alumni game this year.
Yeah, that team is one of the many that you can say was a team, and those guys really bought into what the Matador family is all about, just like the kids are now. And those guys are really mean a lot to San Gabriel, as much as we mean to them. So they come back any chance they have when they're back in town or whatever it is. So it's good to see those guys. They were all at the alumni game, still in shape.
Yeah.
Still running all over the place. So it's good to see those guys.
Now, this isn't necessarily the end of the line for you as coaching. You have left the door open. You may step away from the game for a few years, but it's probably still in your future, right?
Definitely.
It's in your blood, it seems like.
Definitely. It's in my blood. I'm only 32 years of age. I still got some mileage left on me. There's coaches doing it till they're 60, 70. So I definitely want to come back. Maybe with some of the money I'll have saved, I might be able to just go walk on and help out with a different program, or come back to San Gabriel, whatever's going on.
Yeah. Now, you talked about San Gabriel specifically. You've had actually a few different stops, though, right? Not just at San Gabriel. You've coached at a couple other schools too.
I started at my first year out of high school. I was at Marquette with Tony Samita. From there, I went to Alhambra for 2 years. So I moved around a lot when I was first starting. And that's where I met Coach Jones and Randy Sanchez and those guys. And as soon as Coach got the San Gabriel job, I was actually working in special education at San Gabriel. So it just was an easy transition for me to join that staff. And I did take 1 year when Coach was gone at Gabrielino, but since then, I've been at San Gabriel for quite some time.
So a couple different stops, but kind of what's special in your heart is the Matador family.
Oh yeah. That's one thing that will never be taken away. And Coach Oliva's doing a great job over there, and the kids, they're gonna have a great team this year, and I'm gonna miss that. But I already told them, and I got to make sure I get Jude to sign it before I leave. I say, hey, if you win a title, I still get a ring, because I help with that team too. So he said he would.
Hey, Coach, without putting you on the spot too much, name a call, and I think we were talking about this for, of course, some technical difficulties here at the mid, but name one call that really stood out in your mind. I know you mentioned it before, that you got it right. You read it right, you called it right, and everything worked perfect.
It was, you know what, it's funny, two plays that I remember were both against Santa Fe, and one was when we went to the finals, and one was when we played them again. And I think I might have used the same blitz, but it was fourth and one, I believe. It was a big drive for us. Santa Fe was starting to get a little bit of momentum, and Dontrell Mitchell took a kind of a diver right up the middle, and we blitzed Kevin Harris up the middle as well as our safety Randy Palacios, and he stuffed it. And we ended up getting the ball, and I think we ran the clock out or scored that. So that was one of the big ones.
And real quick here before we get you out of here, how's the San Gabriel team look this year? I mean, you've been with them the past few months. You mentioned Randy, of course, he's the DC there now, Randy Sanchez. How's the San Gabriel Matador team look good? I'm sorry, how do they look right now this year?
Well, I mean, Coach Oliva's, and he's going to be on here, so I'll let him talk a lot about his team, but he's done a great job of putting a great staff together, so he's got some good guys right there. Just some names: Matt Lopez, Robert Lopez, Brown, Sanchez, Ayala, Tony Samita. He's got some really good coaches there, and the players they all have experience. We got 4 out of 5 offensive linemen back. We got some D linemen back, linebackers. It's there. I know the big question mark in other people's eyes is quarterback, but I don't see that being a problem because I think Jude has 2 really good guys that he can go with at any time, and they're going to take care of it for him.
All right, great. Anyone you want to say hi to real quick?
It's my family, and my wife and my 3 kids, Miranda, Maya, Donald, and Donald the Fourth. And just you guys, thank you guys for everything. This Mid-Valley's been a big part of the Matador family, as well as me logging on and checking the blogs and seeing what's going on. So, I thank you guys for everything you do, because I'm sure you don't get enough credit.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. And when you go for your high school's football, where do you go to?
I go to Mid-Valley.
Thank you,
Always.
Coach. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.